We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
The gun, it's Burrow. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Joe Mixon.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They run with Calais. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws it.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now after the holding call, here's second and 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. Third and 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards. And it's third down.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And the Bengals first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That catch good for only a couple.
12-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
4th down.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try.
A 32-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
He's checking. Check. Lucky.
They'll run. Calais. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Calais. And now look at him go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Raymond Calais, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
On for the point after.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff, 4th Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 82 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Steelers 7.
On the ground, it's Calais. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
2 yards.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
57's the mic. Watch 57. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 57.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Raymond Calais with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Bengals 17, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bengals.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to Mixon on first down. A gain of 3, second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And a Bengal first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 59. All day, dog. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Me and you all day.
Working from the gun. Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Third down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Mike Badgley set to kick off.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Again, it's Calais. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Well, the second down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing his Wentz. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You don't want nothing.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. No. On flag. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They're 5-2. Come here. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Wentz going to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I got you. 57. Mike 57.
On 1st down, Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
1-yard line.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Mike 57. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. 5-9. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Stop your running.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Burrow's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through a great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Raymond Calais, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
It's now second and
they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Mixon with a first down and more. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Mike Hilton. 4 yards on the pickup.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's going to let it fly. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
tackle look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Flush to his right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Tonight's final score, Steelers 20.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.